so caught up in just trying to be right about life that I don't even think that we really think about life, the details. And sometimes not even the details, just the stuff that's plainly right in front of us. We so busy battling and arguing about stuff, battling and arguing about the Bible, battling and arguing about current events and politics and all this and that we don't understand that none of us was put here for ourselves. Like, I wasn't created for me. I truly don't believe you were created for you. I don't believe that at all. I don't believe that no created thing is created only for itself. I believe that anything we take after God, anything that we make, we typically make it and create it for the betterment of ourselves. I don't care if it's artificial intelligence. I don't care if it's a car. I don't care if it's a computer or a phone. I don't care what it is, a microphone. Anything that a man has created, anything that we create, is typically for the betterment of humanity, to make life a little bit easier in some kind of way, shape, or form, or to give us some type of entertainment, or to add some kind of real value to life and life itself. We make and create for ourselves. It's not selfish. It's what we do. We're made in God's image. And God, being a creator, made us for him. We're made for him. And I truly believe that. I truly, truly, truly believe that. And not just because the Bible said so. Yes, because the Bible said so, but not just because. See, I'm separated from the logic, or I'm separated from the religion, let's say, that denies logic. See, I believe what I just said because it's logical. Not because the pastor told me. I really believe what I just said because it makes sense. Not just because I read it in my Bible. Because I read it in my Bible, but not just because I read it in my Bible. I believe it because it's the truth. I believe it because it makes sense that God created us for him. You feel me? And that only makes sense. And any creator that creates anything, they create stuff to have a functionality to it. And it's successful whenever it functions in the way it's supposed to function. It was created to function. And anytime we step outside of that created our created function, we have a malfunction. That's what we call any creation that is not working properly. It's malfunctioning. And that's what we have in society. And in this world that we live in is a race that is malfunctioning, a race of people that is malfunctioning. And when we say yes to Christ, we're not saying yes to a life of nothing going wrong again. We're not saying yes to, fix all my problems. When we say yes to Christ, all we're doing is saying yes to my created function. Yes to my true created value. And saying no to what I was never created for in the first place. See, we talk about it takes sacrifice to walk with the Lord. We talk about all the stuff that we have to give up for God. But you're only giving up what you were never made for. All that stuff is not for you. That's not your created value. That's the malfunction of humanity. God is only asking you to deny what you were never created for and choose the life that you were literally made for. He created you and knew you before you was in your mother's womb. And he formed you. He thought about you. He formed you. His word talks about how he has a plan for your life, a plan for prosperity, a plan to take you and grow you and raise you into a king or a queen, that man or that great woman that he created you to be. And in order to walk out this plan or these plans that he have for your life, you're going to have to be functioning properly in this earth. And the only way that we can function properly is to go by the manuscript or the manual that he created, that he laid down here on this earth for us to follow. You feel me? And And it's not about the do's and the don'ts. It's not about the do this and don't do that. And it's not about the rules. See, because when we talk about the Bible and the manuscript of following this life, we think about the rules of religion because we've been trained to. But I want us to get out of the mindset of hearing the rule book. When we hear God talk about, stay away from sexual immorality, or stay away from getting drunk, or stay away from whatever sin, I don't want us to hear rules. We have to understand the heart of God when we read in God's word and understand what he's saying through his heart. He's not pointing his finger and saying, that's bad, stay away from that, don't do it, you better not do it. What he's saying is, you wasn't made for that. That's not what you're created for. That's not your created value. That's not the life I put on this earth for you. Anytime you go to that stuff over there, you're selling yourself short. Don't you see what I made you for over here? You worth so much more. Just walk over here. Walk in this right here. You want to be successful in your life. You want to feel better about yourself. You want to like what you see when you look in the mirror. You want to really take part of this abundant life that I made for you down here. Walk this way. You're going to respect yourself so much more. And you're going to look so much better to me. I already love you, but if you walk down this path right here, oh man, now you're allowing my love to work in your life. And people are going to start seeing my love inside of you. And then they're going to start glorifying me because they see how good you are. Don't you want that? So you need to know and understand that you are better than that stuff over there. You're worth more than that stuff over there. See, and that's the heart of God. And that revelation can only be given to you through the Spirit of God. You're not going to get that revelation in the average church nowadays. They're going to tell you to pull your pants up, stop wearing the makeup, stop watching this, stop watching that, stop hanging out with them. You're going to hell. And we need to hear the entire message of Christ, the entire message of God through the heart of God. We've heard it through the mouth of man. We've seen it preached and heard it preached through the mouth of man our entire lives. And what has it profited this world? It has made this world deny God. It's pushed God away because it's no different from the world. See, we think we're different, but we're not. We're exactly the same in our approach. We're offended. Very offended, just like the world. Very offended. We are offended by somebody saying they're atheist. If a man walks in a room right now and say, I'm an atheist, I don't believe in your God, our hearts immediately get offended. And now we want to battle and prove you wrong and prove God is real. That's not the heart of God at all. Or on the internet, somebody posts a video about God or post a scripture or something. They post something about God. And in the comments, you see these theological battles back and forth. You read the offense in the comments back and forth, arguing. People that say they believe in the same God. These folks that say they believe in the same God. These are people that say that they follow Christ. But it looks like from these comments that I'm reading, it looks like we follow each other. It looks like we're following the way that seems right to man. Looks like we're following me and you. Looks like we're following each other and not following Christ. And I really believe that there's some things, some very important things that we don't understand. And it don't make nobody no bad person. I don't believe that people are like bad people and like hypocritical and stuff like that. Like, you get a lot of bashing today, in the church, because we think that just because we know what the Bible say, we think that gives us some kind of moral right to point out the sin or the shortcomings in other people, as if you ain't a person yourself. And if we take the magnifying glass and just put it on your life just a little bit, that there won't be anything to point out in you. And how soon do we forget that we have a log where it's in our own eye, and we so easily see the small speck that is almost out of your brother's eye. And that's what our hearts have turned into. So we call ourselves followers of Christ, but all we are is just the same person that we was before we got saved. Now we just know what the Bible's saying. We know what the stuff means. You know, what's going on, y'all? What's going on? My bad. I don't even be looking at these comments, man. But that's the truth, man. You know, and I thank God for separating my heart from all of that it used to be. I used to be so judgmental, man. I used to think that just because I knew what the Bible say, I could tell you you're going to hell because I see you believe in something. You know, something that the Bible say you shouldn't be believing or doing. And I felt like I had the right to tell you that you're going to hell when I ain't got no heaven or hell to put nobody in. I don't got no power in the kingdom. Anything that I might have or anything that it might look like I can do or whatever, it's only because of Christ. And he the one that got all the power. I'm sitting up here casting people to hell like I got the keys to the gate. When I got to stand in front of the same God you got to stand in front of. And how soon do we forget? You know? But I promise you, man, that God's heart towards us, God's heart towards you, it's a heart of love, man. God, it's not his will that any man should perish, but that every man come to the knowledge of truth. That's what I read in my Bible, and that's what I truly believe, that it's God's will that every man be saved and every man come to the knowledge of truth. So why is it that when we hear or see a video on the internet about, it could be a video on the internet about a man or a woman could be bashing God in a video, and our hearts full of pride, and we're just watching a video. We get offended from what we see in a video. We get offended in what we see in somebody else. We let their perspective or lack thereof affect and shift us and disposition our heart from what they believe. We let what they believe start to dictate what we believe. So that's why I say, man, it's a dead giveaway. All you got to do is watch people. You just got to look at people and let them be themselves, and what they really believe will spring out of their life lived. So I watch the offense. I see the offense in us. You know, the Bible talked about, man, how, you know, love keeps no record of wrong done to it. It keeps no record of wrong done to it. And see, you know, that's a hard one. That's a hard one to really talk about, because people will talk like, well, John, you say don't nobody hurt you. You don't get hurt by people. You know, because I always talk about this, man. Love keeps no record of wrong done to it. And it talk about how love is patient, love is kind. You know, what love really does is see people for their created value. It sees you for who you really are. So when you come around talking about you don't believe in God and God is a liar or God is fake or blaming God or whatever the case may be, instead of offense, you know, it's prayer. It's real prayer. It's very real prayer. You know, it springs out of you, the heart of God, like Christ. Father, forgive them, for they know not what they do. Look at them. They're not walking in what you created them to walk in. They're not believing you. They're not believing anything about you. Lord, look at how they speaking about you. If they understood who they were, if they knew who they were, they wouldn't even have the capacity to talk like that, to act like that. Father, I ask that you would, you know, touch their hearts in a way that'll open their eyes, that'll soften their heart. Show them who they really are in you. Because right now, Lord, they believe in stuff that's taking them down a wrong path. And I know it ain't your will for them to go down that way. So now, instead of hurting because of people, now we can hurt for people because we got this understanding. You feel me? So now no longer when I read my Bible, I'm just speaking of myself now. When I read my Bible, I don't just read it and see what Christ did. I don't just read it and hear what he said. I understand a lot more. I understand a lot more of why he said what he said. I understand a lot more of why he did what he did. And that's the ticket. I know in the Old Testament, somewhere in there it said to, in all of your getting, get an understanding. There's no price that you can put on understanding. You can't put no price on understanding. When you understand, can't nobody tell you nothing. And then on top of understanding, you can't go backwards to ignorance. Once you understand, you understand. You can't not understand no more. So once God does this change to your heart, because it's a real heart shift. It's a shift in your heart. It's a shift, and he gives you this understanding. It ain't no going backwards to ignorance, to not understanding no more. Now there's only, all you can do now is just continue going up. So now you start seeing people for who they really are. You know, I asked God one day to please show me how you see. I want to see this world the way you see. And the day after, I had to go to work, and I was sitting in the parking lot at my job on my break. And I was reading my Bible on my break, and I looked at the scripture. It said something about God's glory. And I asked God, what is your glory? Like, what is your glory? And I looked up, man, and I just saw just like everything was vivid. This was a real spiritual experience, man. Everything was vivid, like clear, like I could see everything. I could see the sky. I saw the birds. I saw the colors in the sky. I saw a bee right by my window, and I saw the bushes. I saw the green in the bushes, man, and I just looked around, and I'm like, Lord, your glory is everywhere. I'm like, you everywhere. And now my heart's sinking. I'm like, I couldn't get away from you even if I tried. Now I'm pouring out, crying, and I'm praying, talking to God about, you know, just his glory and glorifying God. And I looked up. I'm in a Walmart parking lot. I used to work for Walmart. And I look up and I see people getting out of their car and going into Walmart, coming out of Walmart, and just people. I just see people. It's so many people. And I'm just crying now. Now I'm looking at these folks and I'm crying. I'm like, Lord, some of these people going to hell because they don't know. I'm like, Lord, they don't have nobody in their life that represents you. Bruh, my heart was real deal crying, real deal pouring out for these folks. Random strangers. I've never met these people before. Never talked to these. I'm at Walmart. You know how many people go there? You know, and I'm genuinely crying for these folks. Random strangers don't even know and never will know. Can't even remember how they look. And, you know, I got done reading the Bible, man, and it was a real experience for me, bro. And I called my mentor at the time, and I told him what happened. I told him about the whole experience and everything. And you know what this man told me? This man was like, dang, John. He said, you remind me of Jesus. I will never forget that. I will never forget that comment. That man said, I remind him of Jesus. And I don't know if he meant it as a compliment. I don't know if he was just saying it to, you know, because that's what came out of his mouth. That's what came on his heart, and that's what he said. And it hit me, man. It hit me. I'm like, Lord, you answering my prayer. I just asked you to show me this world the way you see it. And bro, I've not been the same since. It's not like you can turn this off. Like I said, once you get understanding, there's no going backwards to ignorance. Now I understand. So now there's a new level of revelation. So anytime I see myself, because I'm still a person, I'm still a human. I'm not no super Christian man. Like I'm still a person. So anytime I see myself step outside of love, I'm so aware of it, man. I'm in tune. I'm in tune, bro. I'm aware. So it's like, I redirect my heart. People don't know that they can do this. You don't know you can do this. This is why God told us to control our emotions. You know, he told us to do that. You feel me? This is why he told you to put away anger, because you have the ability to put it away. But if you put it away, you have to replace it with something. And usually people don't know how to replace feelings or emotions with another emotion. They don't know how. They don't even think that's possible. They don't even think that. You feel me? But God has changed my heart in such a way. It's like I see myself giving up this heart position of love to a situation, circumstance, or a person You know, I see myself giving it up and giving it away, because you can give it up and go to anger. You can go to resentment. You can go wherever you want to go emotionally. You can let the wind just blow, and you just blow wherever the wind go. And now you're pissed off, mad at the world. Or you can choose to hold on and guard your heart. You can choose to guard your heart in all faith. Stand down, 10 toes down, firm, and allowing a crazy situation or a crazy storm to be happening around you, and still standing firm in love. Ain't that what Christ did? He never shifted. He was never dispositioned out of his heart posture. His heart stayed in love as they beat him. His heart stayed in love as they spit on him. His heart stayed in love as they looked him in his eyes and told him, you are a demon. You're casting out demons from demons. His heart stayed in love as they was nailing his hands inside of this cross and nailing his feet. His heart stayed in love. See, we have to understand that we called to follow him. So why do we follow each other? Why are we out here following the way that seemeth right to man? Why are we out here blaming other people for making us mad? Don't nobody make you mad. You are the only one that has the power to make yourself do something. Now, they might have been the face at the moment, but as soon as that person dies and is gone and no more, you'll just find another face. You'll just find another face, or you'll just find another situation. So nobody makes you nothing that you knew how to be before you even met them. You knew how to be mad before you met these people. This is why his word tells you to put off anger. He tells you to control the things that we call emotions. And the body of Christ don't talk about this because they don't know anything about it. It's like scriptures that we pick and choose to make popular so that we can read and you know, hoop and holler. But God is much more than hoop and hollering. He's our every single day life. He is our life. You know, when his word talks about acknowledging him in all our ways, that's what he really wants. That's what he means. Not in like a religious worshiping or not worshiping, but like in a religious serving type of way. You know, although I guess you could look at it like that if you want to, but it's not that. It's just your life lived. Because you can call anything a ritual. Anything nowadays is a ritual. You got a morning ritual. When you get up in the morning, your morning ritual is walk to the bathroom, use the bathroom, wash your hands, brush your teeth. That's your ritual in the morning. So you can call it whatever you want to. You can call it religious. You can call it a ritual. You can call it whatever you want to call it. I'm going to just call it my life lived. I wake up in the morning and I read my Bible because I really love the word of God first thing in the morning. Not because I better read my Bible. I got to read it. No, it's because I want to. I want to read the word in the morning. You feel me? I want to make sure that I involve myself in these daily meditations on this word. You feel me? I'm not out here trying to serve God for you or make myself something to make, you know, to be looked at as I'm something. You feel me, bro? Like, I'm really not, man. I know what I am, and I am something. I am something, and that something has nothing to do with no person on this earth, man. So that means that you can't take nothing away from me. Now, if you want to add to me, you can congratulate some stuff if you want to. You can compliment me if you want to, which is cool and great. I appreciate all that. But can't nobody take away from me. Can't nobody take away from me what God implanted inside of me. And that should be you as well. And that was the life that Christ lived. They couldn't take his heart of gold, bro. They couldn't take that heart of love out of Christ. No matter how much the devil tried through men to disposition Christ. They tried and they tried and they tried, but he stood strong. He stood firm. He was never buzzed, bro. And we have to understand that he was never buzzed, not because he's just a strong, mighty man. Yeah, he might be that. We could call him that. But not because of that. You feel me? Not because he was the Christ. It's because he was love. He is love. He is love. Just look up the definition of love for yourself. Just look it up for yourself, man, and you'll see every single thing that it talks about. Christ embodied, and that's the power. That's why the Bible instructs us in love. The Bible tells us so many times, bro, to love. Love your neighbor. Love your enemy. You feel me? The only way you can love your enemy is if you don't see them as your enemy. You feel me? Love your neighbor as you love yourself. You can't love your neighbor if you don't know who you are. You know, the Bible talk about, let love be your highest goal. That's not just a cool line in the Bible. He's trying to give you some instruction to fix your eyes and your life on. Let love be your highest goal. You feel me? He said, if you don't love, you don't know God. I quote these scriptures all the time, almost every day, because I want us to understand that, bro. That's the standard. That's the standard. All this other stuff, we're trying to seek moral perfection in this immoral body. That's fine if you want to do that. I'm not telling you what to do. I just can repeat what the Bible say. And I believe what it say when it says to let love be your highest goal. It said if you don't love, you don't even know God. It said that you could be a man that has wisdom and knowledge and understanding of all things. All things. In our day and age, that's a straight up prophet, a man that understands everything, that has knowledge of everything. That's a YouTube sensation. Traveling this world preaching. His words said that, bro, that you could give your body to be burned as a living sacrifice, as an offering, a burnt offering. Your whole body, you can give yourself up to be burned. He said that you could take everything that you have, everything that you own, and give it away to the poor. He said you can do all these great things, but if you don't have love, you ain't got nothing. I'm going to repeat it one more time. He said, if you don't love, you don't know God. So it's imperative, man. It's more than imperative. It's the meaning and the purpose behind life. So I'm going to let that seed fall wherever it may fall, man. So y'all have a beautiful rest of y'all night, man. I got to get up at 4 something in the morning. I'm tired, bro. As you can see, my eyes low. I'm lifting my eyes up, but they still going low. But I'm finna lay my behind down, man. I'm finna get some real rest, man. And, just be thankful for life with me, man. Be thankful for life with me. I don't want to be the only one. I'm tired of being the only one just thankful for everything. You feel me? Where my believers at that's thankful for the good and the bad? Where my believers at that's thankful to just be alive in the realest way possible? Not just because it's the right thing to say and you do appreciate life, but I mean for real. Where my believers at that really got faith, man, that's thankful to God that they got breath in their lungs, that they heart beating at a regular rate, brother, that they can really, that they healthy in the mind, that you can see, you can taste food, you can hear, you can smell. Where my believers at, man? That look at yourself in the mirror and just be thankful to God just because you can see yourself in a mirror. Like, bro, where my believers at for real, man? I'm talking about the ones that know that God take care of them. The ones that know that no weapon formed against them will prosper. Where my believers at, bro? Where are the people at, bro, that really believe? Where my folks out there that know that all things work together for good to those who believe in God, who are the called according to his purpose? Where my believers at, bro? I'm telling you, man, this is the mindset to have. The Bible talked about to keep your mind fixed on things that are all praiseworthy. Where my believers at, bro? It's imperative, man, in this time, bro, for us to really hold on to faith and believe and to be thankful for all things. Be thankful for all things, man. All things, bro. I mean everything, bro. Let's stop dwelling on what we don't want and how we want something to be better. That's going to happen, man. It's called life, bro. Life happens, man. The only way you can know what you want is if you can see what you don't want. So chunk it up to God, man, and give him thanks for opening up your eyes to a situation or circumstance and allowing it to be a challenge. Because, bro, after you come out of it, you're going to come out that much more harder and that much more stronger if you allow your eyes to stay fixed on the prize. That's what I do. That's what I do. Folks love to talk about me being, strong and, you keep it together, John, and you You know, you don't lose your cool and you all this great stuff that they love to say, but they never chunk it up to faith. Don't nobody ever say, John, I just love how you believe. I don't hear that from nobody. They always give me props on my muscles. They give me props on all this other stuff, which is cool. I appreciate everything, but I want some props where it matter. Don't nobody show love about faith. I want my faith to encourage you to have faith. I want you to have faith. Let's have faith together. Let's believe together. Any hard times going on in your life, man, let's believe together. Let's get through them together, holding on to real faith, knowing and understanding that the vision that God showed you, he gonna see that thing through. And that whatever you got going on in your life is literally that. It's just whatever you got going on in your life right now. It don't make you. It don't break you. It's just a small situation and or a stepping stone to get you further and closer to where you want to be at. It's going to make you harder. It's going to make you tougher. It's going to make you stretch a little bit more. Because how can you dare ask God to bless you with something that you ain't ready for? How can you dare ask God to make you into something that's going to require you to be strong as a rock? How can you ask God to put you in a position to be able to bless millions of people and you can't even stay strong and bless yourself? You can't even look in the mirror and say, thank you. I'm telling you, bro, this stuff is so foundational, man. And I do this. I really believe. I don't do much because I'm not perfect. Josh, what's up with you, bro? What's going on, man? I was just finna end this live, man, but I'm not perfect, bro. I'm not perfect by far at all. But one thing that I have, man, that can't nobody take away from me is I do got faith. And I'm going to say it. I'm going to say it. Somebody told me, don't talk about your faith, John. You sound big-headed. Somebody said you sound big-headed, John. You sound like you are too full of yourself. I had to look at myself. I'm like, do I really? Because I don't want to come across like that. I don't want people thinking that I think I'm all that because I'm talking about my faith. And I was like, no. And I don't know how you hear God, but I heard God in my heart say, you better talk about your faith, boy. You better talk about your faith. You better talk about what you believe, boy. Yes, sir. Straight up. That's the shield. The shield of faith. Hey, straight up. That's the shield, bro. That's the shield. The shield of faith, stopping all the fiery darts from the devil. Real deal. Whatever you throw at me, bro, I believe. Bro, I got so much stuff in my life right now telling me the opposite. Bro, so much stuff. Everything in my life is telling me the complete opposite. It can't happen. My dog say, hey, to dodge the darts. Hey, straight up, to dodge them darts. And bro, you got to give God thanks for each little dart you dodge. For each little, because the darts, they coming. Life is real. So you have to sometimes even deny reality. You're going to look crazy, man. Having faith, man, you have to sometimes deny what you can literally see. Deny the situation that's actually happening in front of you. And if you are one that can actually do that, man, God is going to bless and reward you, bro. And when he starts to bless and reward you piece by piece, little by little, I'm telling you, man, it's so good to thank God for these small little steps, man. Faith comes by hearing the word of God straight up, and not just hearing it like a voice or not just hearing it like a sound. You know what a hearing it means. You know, straight up, hearing it straight up, boy, because you can hear with your heart. You can heal with your heart. I'm a firm believer in that, man. I feel you on that. But we have to start thanking God for the small little steps, man. You know, that he blesses us with. You know, when he blesses us with a new successful step, thank God for it. And a lot of these steps, they're this big. They're super little. And they're so little that they can go unnoticed to us living life because we want the big picture. We want the big step to happen. But thank God for these small little steps, man. Thank God for these small little wins. I'm telling you, man, you know, real quick, I've been in a rebranding process of my company. And I've been rebranding to a high-end fashion. I haven't told nobody this, but I've been rebranding my company to be a high-end fashion company. And it's still going to be called Agape. I'm shortening the slogan to inspire love. But it's 100% high quality. Now, I don't even want to say high quality because it's beyond high quality garments. Beyond high quality. Nothing but the best quality in clothing. And I do mean the best because the manufacturer that I'm working with, they have a standard for themselves where they do not touch just regular t-shirts and stuff like that. This stuff is legit, and my customer base is going to change because I'm not, selling to just the average day Joe Schmo like you and me. My clothing brand is finna be for people that don't mind spending $150, $160 or to a $250 on a jersey or a sweatshirt. My customer base is changing. So put it like that. But what I'm saying is, when we believe in what we've never seen before, and we believe in God for it, man, we have to start thanking God for these small little blessings that he give us, man. God blessed me with a blessing, man. I got it right up here, man. And it's just amazing to see how God will allow your vision to start happening right in front of your eyes, man. I had like I said, I'm in the process of rebranding, man. And I just want to inspire somebody. If there's anything that you got going on in your life that you want God to bless you with, bro, that you want God to do for you, really believe in him for it. See, this takes convinced faith in God, like fully convinced. When you're fully convinced of something, you just know it, right? It ain't no I hope so. It ain't no, man, I hope it happens. I hope it works. I'm talking about that fully convinced faith that God is going to show up and do what he said he going to do, or do what you asked him. His word talks about how we shouldn't ask for anything amiss. Amiss just means don't ask for it lost in the wind. Let it be solid. Let what you ask be solid, and its foundation be faith. He said, because the one that asks amiss, don't think that you're going to receive anything from the Lord. But when you are fully convinced, see, this conviction, brother, this is some real stuff. Don't let them small little words, just because we use the words often, like convinced, we use it often. That means something. That word convinced means something. It looks like something in the life of a person. Think about that. What does being convinced of something look like in the life of a person? I'm telling you, man, and me being convinced has blessed me with this right here. You probably don't even know what this is. You probably have no idea what this is. But this is the first step to my company, to my brand, to my clothing brand. Real deal. I appreciate you, Josh. Appreciate you, bro. You say you'll pray for me. Thank you, bro. That's real, man. I pray for you as well, bro. Real talk. You say, I'm finna Kirk. Amen. What's going on with you? I'm Mike 68. Hope all is well with you, man. Hope all is well with you. But bro, this right here is transfer. It's a transfer. You see that? It's a picture on it. You see that? These are t-shirt graphics, man. These are t-shirt graphics. Yeah, bro, I'm down to do it, man. I just started a new job. So my schedule is kind of all crazy and all over the place, man. But I'm definitely down to do another show with you, bro. I'm definitely down to do that, man. All day. I'm definitely down. But, when you hold on to your vision, man, you hold true to your vision, God will start blessing you with little pieces. He'll start showing you, not even pieces, there'll be half of a piece to the puzzle. You feel me? And yeah, I got you, bro. He said soon. Yeah, I'll DM you, bro. But God will start blessing you with pieces, man. Pieces to your vision that will soon be an entire puzzle. And it's gonna look like how he wanted to look. It may not even look like what you envision. It may not look like what you see exactly. but it's going to look like what he wanted to look like. And you'll see the pieces coming together, man. So it's imperative, brother, hold on to faith, man. Do not let go of faith. I don't care who in your life is not a believer. Do not let people disposition your heart. Do not allow circumstances to throw your faith off, man. Stay strong in what you believe, bro. It's very important, man. It's so important to stay strong in what you believe, man. I'm talking this way because I do it. I'm talking this way because I fight the fight myself. I'm not just trying to encourage you just for views or, you feel me? This is real stuff, man, that I believe is real advice, actually good advice to encourage somebody to hold on to their faith. Don't believe the circumstances that are going on around you and allow them to paint a picture for your identity. You are not what you're going through. You are not what you went through. And you are not even what you're about to go through, what you haven't gone through yet. You're not your circumstances. And if you could learn to separate yourself from that, bro, and start walking in deliberately and intentionally, walking in the person that you know you really are, bro, then you'll start seeing your circumstances align with who you are rather than you aligning with your circumstances. Meaning you start to create your circumstances rather than, you know, your circumstances creating you, because that's what most people do. They allow their circumstances to dictate their emotions. They allow their circumstances to dictate the thoughts that they think. And if you allow anything to dictate your emotions and your thoughts, then you're allowing it to dictate your attitude, because your attitude is made up of how you think and how you feel and how you act, you know. And if your attitude is off, if your thoughts are off, and if your feelings are off, you know, that dictates how you treat people. If your attitude is off, and it's going to dictate how you act. You're not going to be in a bad mood and a bad attitude and just, you can't give love. You can't genuinely give love, you know, with a bad attitude. They don't mix. They don't mix together. It's like oil and water. They don't mix at all. You know, so it's just imperative, man, that you be intentional, bro. I'm saying this because I do it, man. I'm saying this because I fight this fight myself, man. But I'm finna get off of this live right now, man. Y'all have a beautiful rest of y'all night, bro. I'm actually finna download this video that I'm on right now after I post it. Then I'm finna post it on YouTube on a computer. And then upload it, do some other work, man. And then I'm going to bed. Y'all have a good night, man. Hey, when this live ends, please ask God to bless John Sigler with a beautiful few hours of sleep and allow him to wake up energized. Ask him to do that for me, please. I'm begging. Hey, you know, I don't even ask people for prayer. I'm asking y'all. Ask God to bless me with some great sleep and allow me to wake up energized and ready for the day, because I'm tired and I gotta still get up early. So I can use all the prayer, and I still got work to do. So y'all have a beautiful night, man. I appreciate you, bro. I appreciate you say you're gonna pray for me, man. I appreciate that real talk, bro. But y'all have a great night, man. Y'all be easy, bro.